So we're going to start going over the 5.1 homework, and I hope that this works. First of all, I'd like to remind you that you should have done your homework first before you do the homework check. It'll work better that way, and I would consider it an honor violation if you were to just copy my homework while you're watching this video, period. So that is the deal. All right, so let's start with number one. Number one says if D is on the blank of segment AB, then D is equidistant from A and B. The correct answer in number one is perpendicular bisector. Number two is asking, I did a little sketch here of it, and it's telling us that G is in the interior of angle HJK, and it's equidistant from the sides of the angle and the ray JH, which is this one, and the ray JK, which is this one. And let me see if I can turn this off. Now it's blue. Okay. Okay. All right, not great. All right, let me try this. All right, so that means that G must be on the angle bisector of angle HJK. All right, number three, what relationship is there between segment AD and BD? Well, it's on the perpendicular bisector, so it's bisecting that segment, so segment AD must be congruent to BD. Number five, it says, what's the relationship between AC and BC? Segment AC and BC. Well, again, segment AC and BC, since C is on the perpendicular bisector, those will have to be congruent. All right, number seven. All right, we're looking at a different diagram now. On number seven, it says, how is the distance between point M and ray PL related to the distance between M and ray PN? Well, ML, the distance between M and L, and the distance between M and M is the same. So, because it's on the angle bisector. Okay, now, moving along. Number nine. Number nine, it says, okay, so in this one it says, tell whether the information on the diagram allows you to conclude that C is on the perpendicular bisector of segment AB. Explain your reasoning. Well, no. C is not on the perpendicular bisector, despite the fact that all of these distances are congruent or the same, because this is not at a 90-degree angle. Angle APC, nor is BPC at a 90-degree angle. For a perpendicular bisector to be a perpendicular bisector has to be perpendicular also. All right, number 11. We're looking at various diagrams, and it says tell whether the information on the diagram allows you to conclude that P is on the bisector of angle A. So I'm hoping you have your book open with this. But on 11, no, because P is not equidistant to the sides of the angle. Number 12. No, again, because you only know about one of the distances being at a 90-degree angle, but you don't know the other one is, even though it is equidistant. But it could be on a slant or something like that. So it's not. The distances aren't the same. All right, number 13. Again, no, the distances, while they're equidistant, they're not hitting the side of the angle at a 90-degree angle. All right, 14 was a construction. So you had to construct like an 8 centimeter segment, come up with the perpendicular bisector for it, and then connect the ends to this point D and measure it out. And of course, if you do that, you find out that this is 3 centimeters and that this is going to be 5 centimeters if you do the construction correctly. All right, number 16, we're looking at the diagram there on page 268. And they're asking us to find VT. VT is equal to 8 units. 17, SR is equal to 17 units. 18, U is equal to SV. U is on line SV, and it's the perpendicular bisector of RT. Yes. Okay, 19, NQ is 2 units. 21, SW is going to be 8 units, and that matches with B. 22, the measurement of angle XTV is going to be 60 degrees, and that maps to A. All right, 23, the measurement of angle VWX equals 40 degrees. That matches up with C. 24, we're looking for the distance between V and U. That's going to be 3.36 because that's going to match up with the distance between V and X, and that matches with F. 25, the distance between W and X is going to be 4 units, and that matches with D. And then 26, the measurement of angle WVX equals 50 degrees, and that matches up with E. All right, now in 29, you guys had to do a proof, and they gave you the whole plan for the proof. Okay, so there's no way, they pretty much give you everything you need. So there's no way that you really can't do this proof. So here I did a little sketch of the diagram that they gave us. They told us that C is equidistant from A and B, so here's your little congruence marks there, and that's in the book as well. They're telling us that we can draw a perpendicular bisector from C to AB by the perpendicular postulate. We're able to do that. And then they are saying that we can prove triangle congruence now, right? Because this is a hypotenuse, that's a hypotenuse. There's two, right triangles now. And the hypotenuse, that's the side opposite the 90 degrees, are congruent, and then you got this reflexive side. So guess what? You get to use your new hypotenuse-leg congruence theorem and say that these triangles are congruent. Well, guess what? If these triangles are congruent, then you know that this is going to equal to this because of CP-CTC, corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. And then that means that you're able to then say that the distance from AP is going to be the same as the distance to BP. All right, that's it for the